Buddy Ebsen was an acting, dancing, and singing sensation whose career spanned over 7 decades. Best known for his role as Jed Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies, Ebsen was a true icon. He became world-renowned for his unforgettable performances in movies, TV shows, and Broadway productions. But throughout his life, rumors swirled about his personal life and career that left many fans wondering what the truth behind the headlines was. Facts First presents Buddy Ebsen's daughter finally confirms the rumors. Buddy Ebsen remained happy and grateful. Buddy was a man who always put family first and lived by a set of uncompromising morals and values. In the serene landscape of the Santa Monica Mountains, where he had a sprawling 36-acre ranch, Ebsen found solace in the company of his 7 children, teaching them the value of perseverance and self-belief. This idyllic image of Ebsen, accompanied with the many life lessons she learned from her father, is exactly how Buddy's daughter Kiki wishes to remember them. Known to millions as the charming Jed Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies, Buddy's road to stardom wasn't without its bumps. Buddy was a middle child with 4 sisters, born as Christian Ludolf Ebsen Jr. on April 2, 1908 in Belleville, Illinois. His father was a choreographer and physical fitness advocate who owned a dance studio and natatorium for the local school district. His mother Frances was a talented painter and homemaker. Buddy and his sisters learned to dance at his father's dance studio in Orlando, where the family moved when he was 10. He attended Orlando High School and became a member of John M. Chaney Chapter, Order of Demole. After graduating, he attended the University of Florida. Though he initially wanted to pursue a medical career, financial difficulties caused by the collapse of the Florida land boom forced Buddy to switch gears and reevaluate. As a young man, he dropped out of college to pursue his dreams in New York City as a song and dance man, determined to reunite his family after losing everything in the land boom collapse. Although he landed some TV gigs here and there and enjoyed an active career on stage, it wasn't until he struck gold as Jed Clampett at age 54 that Buddy became a household name. Buddy went on to star in several successful TV shows. But while he eventually obtained considerable success, he remained humble, instilling in his children the value of hard work and dedication. And when it came to matters of the heart, Buddy proved it's never too late for love, finding happiness with his 3rd wife, Dorothy, in his later years. Today, Buddy's daughter, Kiki, pays tribute in her father's legacy with a new cabaret-style jazz show, celebrating the life of a man who taught her to find her own voice and never give up. Through her performances, Kiki hopes to honor the memory of her father, a man who pointed at the stars and reminded her that while life is full of challenges, that's what makes it worth living. Recently, after entering the spotlight, Kiki has broken her silence and opened up about her father's life and career. Buddy's brush with death. Buddy Ebsen would have celebrated his 115th birthday on April 2nd of this year. He passed away 20 years ago in 2003 at age 95, leaving behind a legacy that will endure for many years. Looking back, it's hard to imagine that his first big break nearly derailed his entire career. The late actor was originally slated to play the Tin Man in the beloved classic The Wizard of Oz. But fate had other plans. Quote, "I didn't really know much about The Wizard of Oz," shared his daughter Kiki Ebsen when talking to Fox News. It wasn't until after her father's passing that she stumbled upon a trunk filled with treasures from his storied career, dating back to the 20s. This discovery inspired her to create a one-woman show, My Buddy, The Other Side of Oz, which explores his life and legacy. Ebsen's career began in vaudeville and nightclubs, where his tall frame and show-stopping dance moves caught the attention of filmmakers. When he was approached about The Wizard of Oz, he was initially thrilled. Quote, "It was going to be a major career advancement for him," Kiki explained. However, he was ultimately replaced as the Tin Man due to a horrific reaction to the aluminum dust in the body paint. According to Kiki, Hollywood producer and renowned lyricist Arthur Freed had secretly told Buddy he was going to be playing the Scarecrow, but later changed his mind and gave him the role of the Tin Man. The original costume, made out of stovepipe, was too bulky and painful to dance in, so it was remade with cardboard. The makeup was also a challenge, as it was made with real aluminum dust and melted easily under the hot lights. After several days of being coated in toxic and wildly uncomfortable makeup, Buddy began to have difficulty breathing, but he was afraid to speak out and potentially lose the role. Eventually, he was rushed to the hospital and stayed there for 2 weeks, under an oxygen tank. It took him 6 weeks to recover fully. When he returned to work, he found he'd been replaced by Jack Haley. To make matters worse, the studio proceeded to feed him a string of bad films to act in and spun the story of his illness as a simple allergic reaction instead of aluminum powder poisoning. Following that incident, Buddy struggled to find quality roles in Hollywood and he returned to the stage. Walt Disney later gave him the opportunity to become a star in Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier, a much-needed boost for his career at the time. Ebsen enjoyed a resurgence in 1962 with his role as Jed Clampett, the mustachioed patriarch in the CBS sitcom The Beverly Hillbillies. The show, which followed a farm family from the Ozarks who moved to Beverly Hills after striking oil, was initially criticized, but became a huge success running until 1971. Kiki remembered the show as a source of great joy and laughter and recalled how her father was surprised by its success. Despite being torn to shreds by critics in the first year, the show featured some of the best casting and funniest writing around. Following the show's run, Ebsen went on to star in Barnaby Jones, another hit television show that ran for 8 years. Buddy pulled the plug on Barnaby Jones. According to reports, Ebsen made the bold decision to cancel the show himself after 8 successful reasons. He was finally ready to move on with his life, and his health issues made it difficult for him to continue with the rigorous schedule of filming. But Buddy's creativity and passion never ceased. Even after the cancellation of the show, he continued to make appearances in TV movies and guest roles, showcasing his immense talent and versatility. A few of his later acting credits include roles in TV shows like Matt Houston and King of the Hill. He even ventured into writing, penning an autobiography called The Other Side of Oz in 1993, as well as Sizzling Cold Case, a mystery novel based on Barnaby Jones. He pursued other passions including painting, sailing, and folk music. His love for the arts knew no bounds. Buddy Ebsen left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry and will always be remembered as a true icon. He died of respiratory failure on July 6, 2003, leaving behind a legacy that will inspire generations. Words to live by. During a recent interview, Kiki, who pursued a career in music, recalled her father's wise words during a moment of extreme nerves before a recital. According to her, he took her outside, showed her the stars, and reminded her that everyone is just a speck on a speck on a speck in the sky. Suddenly, his kind words put everything into perspective for her and gave her comfort. She now lives by his advice to have fun, do what you love, and always follow your heart. In spite of everything he went through, Buddy was a man who never let anything hold him back from pursuing his dreams. Sure, he almost died because of that ill-fated Oz role, but did that stop him in his tracks? No. And if he were here with us today, he would likely remind us all to never let adversity or minor failures get us down. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of Buddy Ebsen? Let us know in the comments section below.